Hey guys, it's Elizabeth with my week 2 post-op update. First, I thought maybe I should introduce myself because in the last video I just sort of went straight into the numbers because I was very excited. But my name's Elizabeth. I'm 48. I live in Huntington Beach, California. I'm a management consultant and fortunately get to work from home, which has made this process a little bit easier. And I have a 17-year-old son who is getting ready to go off to college next year. So I figured this would be a good time to start this process because over the next year or so I will be able to focus more on me. Anyway, now for the numbers. I had surgery on April 14th, 2014 at Kaiser in South Bay, California. My highest weight was 402 pounds. My surgery weight was 360 pounds. My weight today, 2 weeks post-op, is 343 pounds. So that's 10 pounds down since last week, 17 pounds down since surgery, and 59 pounds down total. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes over here, which I can't really read because I don't have my glasses on. But anyway, week 2 went really great. The beginning of week 1, I was a little nervous about being able to go back to work and how I was going to feel, but come like Sunday or Monday of last week, I really started feeling much better. And again, because I get to work at home, it's not like I have to get dressed up and go into an office every day. So it was pretty mellow, but good. One of my biggest concerns before getting surgery was that I was just not going to feel good. I was not going to have energy. I was going to be sluggish. I was going to be nauseous, and thank God so far none of that's come to pass. I felt really good, really 100%, feel great. What have I been eating? Well, thank God my friend Cynthia told me about Unjury Strawberry Sorbet protein powder mixed with Crystal Light Raspberry Lemonade, which is really delicious and was good for the clear liquid phase, because I just cannot stand Isopure. My taste did not change after surgery enough to make me like that. I was telling my friends that I'm going to stick it in my earthquake kit, the case I paid $50 for, because I would have to be pretty close to dying from lack of nutrition to drink that crap. Anyway, good for you guys who can. I can. So the Crystal Light and Strawberry Sorbet Unjury have been a real saving grace for me. So I kind of sip on that throughout the day, and I do a protein shake in the breakfast, and then I've been playing around with different soups, mostly black bean soup and Greek yogurt, and I had a little bit of guacamole, and I tried today deviled egg, which didn't go over so well, so I think I'm going to go back to sticking to the soups. Oh, and last night I did have a little bit of a baked yam, which was really good. So that's what I've been eating so far. And like I said, everything's gone pretty well. Okay, so I did the numbers. I did what I've been eating. How about what I've been thinking about? I have been having, and I think I mentioned this last week, that I have been having, last week I had really weird food dreams. This week I've been having really weird, I think, I don't know what to call them, like body container dreams. So I've been having dreams where my car was wrecked, or I had to get everything out of my, I had to totally clean out my house of every bit of its contents. So I went to therapy today, and I forgot to bring this up because I'm sure there's all kinds of interpretations to this, but to me it's my subconscious sort of dealing with the idea of this container of my body and what's happening to it. So anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting. I'd be curious to know what your weirdest early post weight loss surgery subconscious dream was, if anybody wants to share those in the comments. And let's see. Oh, here's one thing that I was thinking about last week. In the first few days after surgery, I mean, I could just take the very smallest sips of water. I can't figure out which way to move my hair because everything's backwards. Okay, I will get used to this at some point. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so in the very beginning I could just take very small sips of any liquid, and then come like think Wednesday of last week, which would have been like 10 days post-op, I all of a sudden could drink much bigger sips. And my immediate first thought was, oh my God, I broke my sleeve. Why am I able to drink this much? And then my mind started going round and round and round again about why I didn't deserve to do this, and it wasn't going to work for me, even though it works for everybody else. And I watch all these amazing videos where people have had such great success, but I'm not meant to have that kind of success. I did calm down after a couple days, but I do think I was probably drinking a little too much liquid too fast. But anyway, I did not break my sleeve, even though I went around for a day thinking that I'd done that and all of this hard work was for naught, and I'd probably be able to go eat a cheeseburger tomorrow. But anyway, that didn't happen. The other thing I've been thinking about this week is I'm generally a very pretty independent person. I don't like to depend on other people. I am not one who usually reaches out a lot for support. And I found, something different about this journey that I think is going to make a huge difference, is that I really am accepting that. I had my surgery through Kaiser, and we had to go through a 12-week program. And so a group of people from the class, we have a Facebook group and communicate a lot. And and I've also just made friends in person with these people. And it's just made such a huge difference for me to have people to talk to in person who are going through the same things. And I just found that I'm making time for that and letting support in, which is new for me. And it's the same thing with making this video and watching all the other videos. It's so incredible to have this YouTube community available as I'm starting to go through this process, to see everyone's stories. And I hope that my stories help to somebody, as all of yours have been to me. Okay. Now I have some questions for you, if anybody wants to answer in the comments. One thing I was wondering is, for those of you who are further along down the process, if there were one thing you wish you would have known back then when you were in your early surgery days, what would it have been? I'm sure a lot of us could benefit from that knowledge, so I thought I'd throw that question out there. I want to thank everybody who's subscribed and watched my video and commented. I really, really, really appreciate it. I appreciate all of you who have documented your journey for many, many months. It is just so incredibly helpful to watch your progress and to learn from all of you. And a couple shout outs. Like I said, I've watched so many videos. I've got to narrow my list down a little bit now that I've gone back to work, because I don't have time to watch as many as I was watching. But I know a lot of you are getting ready for surgery or have just had surgery, so I want to wish you all the best. I also want to shout out to a couple people in my Options Track 88 group who had surgery last week. That's Tina and Elaine, and they're doing great. And a shout out to Becky, who will be having surgery this Wednesday. Wishing her all the best. And we're all just doing great. And let's see, got to turn the page because I think I have one more. Oh yeah, one more. I wanted to just give a shout out to Sarah Nerd in Oregon for her video last week on, I don't know, some people are calling it on courage or reaching goal when you're not reaching goal. I was just so moved by her description of that moment the moment that she described where she realized how happy she was. And that's really what it's all about. It really moved me to tears, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm not necessarily looking for a number on a scale. I'm looking for that happiness and that, moving out of complacency and moving back into life. That's what I'm looking for. So anyway, love that. Think all of you guys are great, and I'm going to wrap it up. And sorry that this is kind of all over the place, but I'll get better, I promise. Anyway, have a great week, and I'll talk to you next week.